set some goals up past 2 months. You know what I'm saying? And one of the things that I came to a realization of in my studies is that there's this amazing psychologist. His name is Jordan Peterson. He tells the greatest stories. And one of the stories that he told was about this patient that he had, and this patient was like going through it, living a rough life, all of the things, a bunch of bad things happened to this man. He was going crazy, but then somehow, some way, he managed to get a young lady pregnant. Got this young lady pregnant, went to his therapist with enough sense to be like, yeah, I don't want to ruin this baby's life. Help me get out of what I'm in so I can be able to, take care of my baby, at least, like, whatever, right? So Jordan Peterson gives him the advice of go clean your room. I guess his room was dirty. I think it's more so like one of Jordan Peterson's approaches to conversations as it relates to his patients. But the task was go clean your room, and he couldn't do it. Right? So Jordan Peterson broke the task down. So rather than clean your room as this big grand task, he said, okay, cool, just clean off the dressers and fold your clothes and stuff like that. And the dude couldn't do it. Like, the task was still too big. So then Jordan Peterson was like, okay, cool, how about this? Forget all of that. I want you to vacuum your floor. Right? So the dude goes home, opens up his closet, pulls the vacuum out, walks it all the way up to the room, and does not cross the threshold of the door with the vacuum. Then he's back in his therapist's office, and he's like, oh my God, like, I'm worthless. Like, I can't do anything. But the proper interpretation of that is you got the vacuum out the closet, though. Okay, what am I trying to say? What am I trying to say? When the task is too big, the task is too big. That's why you're not doing it, right? That's why it's not making sense. That's why you're not completing the task. If you want to complete things, you need to break them down in actionable steps and recognize that you took a step. So let me give you an example, right? The goal was to clean the room, but the only actionable step that he was able to make was to pull the vacuum out the door. Well, we're making progress. That's Kaizen. Like, we did something. Now the next step may be, okay, cool, let's just get it over the threshold. Now let's try to plug it up. Okay, we plugged it up. Now let's push it. That's what progress is. You feel me? And that's the type of mindset that I've taken on in these past couple months, because I was like, like, it's all of these amazing things that I want to do, but I feel like I'm not taking the immediate step that's right in front of me because I'm thinking so much about step 9, 10, 11, 12. So I'm not taking the one that's right in front of me. And then I was like, you know what? Let me be more conscious of that. And then maybe that first step for me, like a few times this past month, that first step was, hey, call that guy. Call that guy. Send that guy a text message. Send that guy an email. Read that article. Right? Jump on a live stream. Write a page. Okay, you can't write a page? Cool. Well, write a sentence. Well,